Hi guys, Tam here,
Lee.
and we are very excited to be at the beautiful Dudley's Restaurant located on West Short Street here in Lexington, Kentucky. And with us is the executive chef, Mark. Thank you, Mark, for joining us today.
Thanks. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're
Thank
very excited to be here. We've been doing a series called The 12 Forgotten Foods of Christmas. And we thought, what better way than to get a real chef, because we've just been kind of making our own stuff. Not good. And so we wanted to get your take on your background, your history, and then also what memories you have about Christmas and the foods that are involved in that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so to get started, why don't you tell everybody where you're from? Because you are a Kentucky boy, correct?
I am indeed. I was born in Pikeville, Kentucky, and grew up there and moved away to on my culinary adventure, so to speak. And almost 20 years later, I'm back in Kentucky.
Now, did you always know you wanted to be a chef?
No. I always knew I loved food. I loved, my mom and grandmothers and things would cook. I'd always be in there, nosing around, interested.
Yeah.
But the real love and the wanting to cook came a little later in my life, in my early 20s.
So did you have good cooks in the family?
Yes, my mom, my grandmothers, both good cooks, all good cooks.
Anybody from Eastern Kentucky, I think it's just a
I think it's in your blood.
It's in your
I think
blood.
it's in your blood.
Mhm.
So what was your favorite food growing up that your family made?
And embarrassing. I didn't really, meat, potatoes.
Pretty standard
That was pretty
stuff.
good, yeah.
That's Kentucky stuff right there.
There's
that
nothing
was
wrong
really
with
it,
that.
Yeah.
I didn't even like chicken that much.
Really?
But kind of telling on myself. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So
But now I love everything.
you love everything.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
Oh, well, one exception. I hate mayonnaise.
you hate
Oh,
mayonnaise.
Tamara's not a mayonnaise
Oh,
fan.
I'm not a mayonnaise fan either.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
But you cook with it,
I do. We cook with it, and people make fun of me because, like the base mayo, like you get at the store. I can't stand. But we
Yeah.
make it. You make a mayo, and then you add garlic and that stuff to it, and then I'm okay.
Okay.
But just mayo by itself, we don't get along.
Yeah.
Well, I usually don't eat it by the spoonful. But
Yeah. It's not good that way either. Well, so you said you've been all over. What are some of the places that you've been?
Paris, France,
Wow.
Scottsdale, Chicago, Boston, San Francisco, New York City.
So you've hit all the big cities.
Yeah.
Yes, and worked as a chef.
Yes.
Okay.
So how does that happen? So you went to school in Pittsburgh?
School in Pittsburgh.
Okay, and then do you just send out your resume? Do you have a
Yeah, I got lucky and I got connected with Four Seasons early on in my career. Two of them was able to move around in different cities.
Do you have to audition in an interview? Do you,
you have to cook and do some certain
Okay.
things they have for you.
Yeah, they probably don't just take you at your word that you can cook.
Yeah.
that's what I was wondering.
They're gonna find out one way or the other.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
usually, you'd have to do some cook test.
Okay,
most
so your
places.
first place was where? Four Seasons where?
In Scottsdale.
In Scottsdale. Okay, that was probably a beautiful place to live, wasn't it?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Hot, but beautiful.
Yeah.
But beautiful. It's a dry heat.
It's a dry. Yeah, it's a dry. Then I went from there to Chicago, Boston, San Francisco, then New York City.
Now, I had read in one of your articles that you said that Chicago was a place where they're more innovative, where they try.
Yeah,
new things.
I think the creative side in Chicago is just amazing. I mean, Alinea and some of these other restaurants are really pushing the envelope and what food can be, should be, and what one thing that you think is something and they turn it completely upside down and do something different. So
Well, and Kentucky and Lexington in particular has a great culinary scene.
absolutely.
Why do you think that is?
Again, I think cooking is in your blood if you live in Kentucky. From Eastern Kentucky to Western Kentucky and everywhere in between. I think food is, and especially in Kentucky, it's more than food. It's about entertaining. It's about family. It's about that whole getting around the table and just having a great time.
The whole experience.
Yeah.
Does your style change from city to city? What you cook, how you prepare
No.
it? Okay.
I think at a certain point, I got my career. This is what I am. This is how I cook, and I'm not going to change. And this is my mentality when I moved here. I'm going to cook the food that I know is good, and I know people are going to love it as well. Because at the end of the day, good food is good food.
It's true.
And if you can cook, you can cook.
Right.
And, what I wanted to do, things I wanted to do moving here was show them what does go on in the big cities. What bring that food from New York and Chicago and San Francisco and bring it here.
That's awesome. And so, do you think that Kentuckians are more traditional in their food, or are they accepting of these new trends and things in food?
Both. I think you have those that love the old classic kind of foods, and you have those that are adventurous and want to try new foods. And what we found here is, even the people that love the classic stuff, they keep coming back and they're trying new stuff too.
Yeah.
So we're hitting all the buttons on there.
Yeah.
So when you're as talented as you are, do you find yourself being a cook snob? Because if I cooked for
No.
you, trust me, it would not taste like your food.
No, I go and I'm one of the least complainer to people, because I know what goes into it. I know the hard work that everyone puts into it, whether it's somebody cooking at their home or it's a chef at another restaurant. And
I would be very intimidated to cook for you.
I know.
Now, will you drive through Burger King and get a Whopper?
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
No fast food
I
for
like
you,
Wendy's
huh?
a little bit.
Wendy's.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's not an In-N-Out here, so I have to.
Yeah.
I love Shake Shack.
Yeah, love Shake Shack. That's awesome.
That's so good.
So Christmas is obviously a very important time of the year. You all are packed here at Dudley's. You have tons of parties, that you do here. So what are some of your favorite dishes to make for Christmas?
In the restaurant, I kind of keep it a little more fun.
Uh-huh.
Again, when people come here, I want them to feel, like it's not a show, but I want them to be entertained. I want them leaving wanting more and about creating those memories.
Yeah.
And last year we went to Dudley's for Christmas, and I had such a great time. It's so fun. Why'd you have to good food?
Yeah.
But the thought of that memory, I want them to come back wanting more for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there certain mistakes that people commonly make making Christmas foods or preparing Christmas foods? I tend to add a lot of salt and stuff. Is that a mistake?
No.
Okay,
No.
never too much salt.
Well, there is
Okay.
just too much. But I even have a shirt that said "Need salt," and from my cooks to my significant other,
Uh-huh.
they say, "Taste this," because what it's need, and it usually needs one or two things: salt or some kind of acid
Oh,
that kind of balance it.
that's a good tip.
Yeah, but I think the biggest mistake some people make at home is they take on too much and try to do too much at one time.
I would agree with that.
That's true. And
Start-
timing is important
Yeah,
too.
start early, like the day of, like Christmas Day dinner.
Yeah.
Have everything pretty much done a day or two before. So Christmas Day, you can have a glass of wine with everyone, kind of enjoy the day,
Oh,
and
that sounds great.
all you have to do is cook. Basically you're reheating or cooking the turkey or prime rib or ham, whatever it is.
What's your favorite meat to serve at Christmas?
Christmas we do prime rib.
Prime rib. That is
Yeah.
so interesting.
Well,
I'm
I'm
a
not
turkey
a
girl.
prime rib person, but I don't know.
I'm
You
not a
probably
turkey-
haven't had his
Yeah.
prime rib.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not a,
what. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what
I'm not a turkey person, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. Did we cook prime rib low and slow?
Low and slow.
So I tried, with these ovens, it's kind of hard. I put it as low as it go, basically,
Yeah.
and let it go for hours.
Now, do you make any of the traditional foods of Christmas? Because, like we talked about, Tamara and I have tried figgy pudding now
Yes.
and oyster
Well,
stew,
I have to,
mincemeat pie.
admit, when we first were talking about this, we made a figgy pudding.
Did you?
Oh, you did.
We did.
What did you think?
And
It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
now,
I
is there
liked it.
anything that you make that you're like, that's not good?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. That never makes it out to the dining room.
Yeah.
But there's,
Oh, okay.
there's some of the greatest food has come from failures.
Yes.
And not what it was originally meant to be, but turned out to be something great. That doesn't happen a lot. Most of the
Yeah.
time, it happens when it's bad. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna move on from that. But yeah, we make mistakes in the kitchen. We have stuff that dishes aren't winners, and I tell people I always do one dish on the menu for me, and it's usually something that no one really like. I don't know about that, but it's just about, for me, it's about teaching my cooks different things and showing where there's different techniques or something, ingredient they haven't heard of or seen before, and doing it that way.
Now, cooking, I think, is an artistry. And so, how are you inspired? Like, do you wake up in the middle of the night and say, aha, I have some idea I want to try?
For me, the wheels are always turning. Whether it's I wake up at 2 a.m. and go, I gotta do a caviar. I get a craving for something, or I just think it's always constantly. I could be walking into work and I can get a smell of a wood fire oven or something, or just a fireplace.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I gotta smoke something. You know,
Yeah.
it's everything. It's all around you. And it's stuff that you wouldn't typically think about. Food, like smelling a fireplace,
Right.
is something that that for me that just triggers things, and it's the wheels are always moving, always turning.
Yeah, and it's such a great gift to have, to you be able to utilize your skill and to feed people, which is such a comforting thing,
Yeah.
and such a basic thing in life is to feed someone and then
Right.
provide nourishment for someone. So I love that aspect of it. I'm sure you do as well.
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things that I love about what I do is every day we're giving.
Yes.
Like I said, I tell my cooks, I said, we're always on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Every day. There's not a lot of careers that you're judged by hundreds of people every day.
That's true. That's a
And
very
we're-
good point.
we're always
And you're
on.
giving. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
that way.
And then it's one thing about making those memories about, some of these people I'll never know, I'll never see,
Mhm.
but have them come and word get back to me they had a great time, a great meal, and they had such a fantastic, memory that they're creating at our restaurant, and that's
It's special.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we love Dudley's. It's definitely the place to come for any kind of special occasion, but then also just for like lunch.
Lunch, brunch. I think we got a great brunch. I mean,
Yes, you do have a
Saturdays
great brunch.
and Sundays.
Mhm.
Those are one of my favorites.
What are your hours for Dudley's?
11. We're
Okay.
open for 11
Okay.
o'clock for lunch and brunch. Close at 10 Sunday through Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're open till
Good. And so, what will you be doing to celebrate the holidays this year on Christmas?
having prime rib and lots of wine.
Yes.
Sounds delicious.
And in Kentucky, maybe a bourbon.
Yes.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
Throw it
we
in
love
there.
our bourbon.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much
Oh,
for
my
taking
pleasure.
the time
My
out of
pleasure.
your very busy
Yes.
schedule to talk to us.
Thank you guys for coming in. It's our treat.
Is there ways people can follow you?
Yes. Facebook, Instagram, website, the
What's your
restaurant.
handle?
Chef Mark Richardson.
Chef Mark Richardson. Easy to remember.
Easy enough.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you. Thank you.